If you're waking up every single morning feeling lost or defeated before the day even starts, then this video is for you. I'm here to tell you that it is time to break the cycle and completely transform your life. I used to absolutely dread getting up in the morning because all I felt was negativity and anxiety towards the day. I honestly just got to the point where I realized that I could not live like this anymore. And if things were gonna change, it had to start with me. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Michaela and I help girlies just like you show up as the best versions of themselves so that we can create our dream life together. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact steps that I took to shift my energy, change my mindset, and actually start creating the life that I truly desired. So if you're ready for a change, then keep watching. Here's the thing, what a lot of people don't realize is that you are a simple shift away from creating the life of your dreams. It's as simple as just making a choice. Something that is truly magical about us is that we do have the power to create our reality. You're literally doing it all of the time, whether you realize it or not. The universe runs on energy and frequencies and vibrations. Emotions are also energy, they're vibrations. And with the law of attraction, like attracts like. So if you are feeling happy and excited and grateful, then you're also going to attract the things in the universe that are going to give you more of those feelings. There's a very simple saying that has just stuck with me for the longest time, and it's where your focus goes, energy flows. With manifesting, a big key factor is you have to be greater than your circumstances, which is something that holds so many people back and truly held me back for a while too, because you have to look so far beyond your day-to-day. If you watch any of my previous videos, you'll know that my kitties love to eat whenever I film, and today is no exception. So Maddie is having her snack right now while I'm filming, so if you hear crunches in the background, that's exactly what that is. So I don't know what it is, but whenever they see the camera come out, they're just like, oh, it's time to go eat. Anyway, I read countless books. I went through so many podcasts, watched so many courses and so many videos, and basically was just all consuming of manifestation and energy and how in the world it all worked. And through all of the research that I did and all of the success stories that I heard, this is the routine that I culminated that worked for me, and I wanted to share it with you so that you can use it to change your life too. So if you are ready for a change and you have no idea where to start, I really hope this video helps you out. And I know that it can seem overwhelming, and this is just the stuff that I did, and I wanted to take it to the extreme because I wanted radical change, and you can absolutely do that. If you want to do every single thing in this video multiple times a day, do it. It's only going to benefit you. But if you are a busier person and you have a lot going on and it's a little bit harder to make more time for this stuff, just pick and choose what works for you, and that way you can bring everything that you desire into your reality and completely change your life. Because I promise you, as woo-woo or as hard to believe as that might sound, it is absolutely true, and it is completely in your power. Manifestation is not about just doing something. It's about being. And as Neville Goddard says, it's about living in the end. So it's not about what is here currently in your reality. It's about embodying the desires that you want and how those make you feel and how you would react to them, and bringing that into your present moment, which in turn is going to magnetize those manifestations to you, and they will materialize. I can't say that word. And they will materialize into your reality. There we go, third time's the charm. So instead of reacting to your current circumstances, you have to act as if. Act as if those manifestations were already here. This is also gonna sound woo-woo, but hang with me, because it's true. There are infinite realities in this universe. You are sadly mistaken if you think that this is all that there is. There's literally studies that there are other realities that exist in different timelines. So if you are desiring something in this universe and it feels so right to you, it's because there's a version of you that already has it. So you're drawn to it because it is yours. You just have to bring it into your reality, which is kind of cool if you think about it. So like for me with a G-Wagon, I'm so drawn to G-Wagons. I don't know what it is. I love G-Wagons, and especially the all black ones. I think they're so sleek, and I can't see myself driving anything else. And that's because there's a version of me in some reality that does drive a G-Wagon. Something to just keep in mind, especially on the days where it's really hard to show up for your manifestation routine. You don't have to follow this routine to a T. You don't have to do a million things to even manifest, but I will say that these steps that I took helped keep me centered and helped keep me grounded, and that is going to accelerate your manifestations. Your job is to know the what it is you want to bring in. That is it. The rest of it, the when and the how, that's up to the universe. That is not up to you. Because I promise the things that you want are not going to come packaged to you in the way that you think. And you have to be open to all these opportunities, because I promise you the way you envision this manifestation coming is not going to come in the way that you're envisioning it. It's going to come to you, but the universe has its own plan. So like I said, your job is just to show up for the what and leave the when and the how to the universe. Do your daily routines, do your rituals, stay grounded, stay in the good vibration, and it will come to you. So I know this can all feel overwhelming. It can feel like a lot, but I promise you it is very simple and it does not have to feel that way. And if you're having a really hard time bringing yourself out of your circumstances, or just having a hard time implementing any of this, feel free to DM me on Instagram. So now that we have covered a few tidbits that I wanted to share with you to keep in mind before going into this routine, let's go ahead and let's dive into the exact steps that I took to change my reality and what you can implement on a daily basis. So the first thing that I do every single morning is a morning meditation. There's 2 times of the day where your subconscious is the most vulnerable, and it's right whenever you wake up and right before you go to sleep. This is because your brain waves are in alpha and theta brain waves, which makes the door to your subconscious wide open. You are so impressionable and vulnerable to what goes in there at these points that this is the ideal time to do a meditation. There's a lot less resistance in these states, so this is really where you want to bring in the thoughts of your manifestations. So this meditation can be anywhere from 5 minutes to 30 minutes. It can even be an hour. It really depends on what you feel like is best for you, what aligns with you, and honestly how much time you have to dedicate towards this. Obviously, the more that you do it, for one, you're gonna get better at it, and 2, the more radical change you will see. So like for instance, I love to do Joe Dispenza's meditations. His do run to be like 45 minutes to an hour. He does have a couple shorter ones, but I really like his because he really takes you on a journey with his meditations. But if I don't have time to do one of his like 45-minute to an hour meditations, I'll find a shorter one of his on YouTube, which I can link the one that I usually go to down below. I think it's either 10 to 20 minutes long. You can also do a 5-minute meditation. That's better than not doing anything at all. I will link that one down in the description as well. You could even take a break during the day and just kind of recenter by listening to that one. So I will leave those linked in the description box below. But a morning meditation is going to be so key to recentering yourself, refocusing yourself, and really changing your subconscious with its beliefs, the feelings of negativity and anxiety that you probably feel on a daily basis. You can really take this time to rewire that, and that is going to be huge in your manifestation journey. The days that I do meditate, I keep my goals at the forefront of my mind so much more. I'm so much more positive, so much more productive, and I'm way more likely to be able to remove myself from any chaos that would normally bring me down. I can pull myself out of it so much easier because I'm able to think so far beyond it. One thing you really have to understand is meditation takes practice. You're gonna want to get up and go do something when you sit down to do this, especially when you first start. And that's because your body is so addicted to the emotions it normally feels. But the whole point of meditation is to be able to fight those emotional addictions, calm the mind, and take control of it instead of it controlling you. So if you start doing meditations and you are struggling, just know you're on the right path. Everyone that starts meditations struggles in the beginning especially, and you're gonna have days that are worse than others. You are doing it right, you're not doing it wrong. It feels like you're doing it wrong, but you're not, I promise. I had this in the beginning. I would have all these negative, intrusive thoughts come into my head whenever I tried to visualize my goals or detach from my surroundings. And you have to fight back. You have to fight back because these are the things that are holding you back. So after meditating, I love to move into visualization, either by another meditation solely focused on visualization and not just detaching, or I love to script. This is one of my favorite things to do in my manifestation routine and is the perfect way to act as if. You really want to embody this version of you that has everything that you desire, that has that perfect life that you dream of. Even if it's just 5 minutes in the morning, think about the emotions you feel when you have these manifestations in your reality. How does this version of you show up? How do they think? How do they dress? What do they feel? It is all about tapping into those emotions and bringing them into the now, even if those things are not in your materialized reality. During this time, have fun. Let yourself run wild. Imagine everything you've ever wanted and get so pumped about it. And if you have thoughts that pop in that are like, oh, there's no way you're gonna get that, or that's not possible, just shove them away. Shove them away and recenter yourself back, because that's just your intrusive thoughts and your limiting beliefs coming in. Those are the things that have been holding you back, so do not listen to them. They're just trying to keep you comfortable in the reality you're not happy with. And once you can see it and feel it, literally just feel it, rehearse that feeling over and over and over again, and train your body to feel those emotions instead of all the negative ones that you normally feel. This is gonna raise your vibration, and it's going to help you have those experiences and those opportunities flow into your life. And because you're in a higher vibration, you're going to be open to seeing all of those things. So you won't have any opportunity that's truly meant for you. It will not pass you because you will be ready for it. Sometimes I really love to script with my visualization. I love to just write out what my ideal routine would be, where I would live, and what my ideal day would look like, what I do, how I feel, and just as much detail as I possibly can. And I just have so much fun with this. I get so giddy, I get so excited. I have so much fun writing this down, and that alone is going to raise your vibration, which is what I actually used to do whenever I worked a job I absolutely hated. It sucked the life out of me, and I would wake up every single morning with my coffee, and I would script out what my dream apartment would be, what my dream job would be, what my routine looked like, every little detail I could get. And guess what? That's where I am now. I scripted about the apartment I wanted, and we're here. I scripted about wanting to be on YouTube and have a YouTube channel and also be a real estate agent. I have that too. So there is true power in this, guys. I promise you, I've seen it firsthand. So scripting and visualization has so much power, so do not underestimate it. So after scripting, I love to do my gratitude. Gratitude is so important when you are manifesting your desires, because you cannot wait to be happy until those things come into your life. You have to learn to be happy and grateful in the now when those things aren't here. This was honestly one of the hardest lessons I had to learn, because I was so unhappy in my day-to-day life. But the thing is, no matter how unhappy you are, you have blessings in your life to be grateful for. So it can be even just that the sun is out. It can be that you slept last night. You got to brush your teeth. You are hydrated. It can be the smallest thing. There's something in your life that you can always be grateful for, and you have to acknowledge those things. And if you can be happy in the now, then you're only going to become a magnet for those other desires to come in, because you are already at that vibration. So I personally love guided journals. I love journal prompts. I have my 5-minute journal though for my gratitude journaling, and I absolutely love it. It's so simple, it's pretty quick, but it gets the job done, and it's just such a cute journal. Sometimes whenever I'm writing in my 5-minute journal, I'll do kind of a combination. So I'll do things that I'm currently grateful to have in my reality at that moment, And I'm also showing gratitude for the desires that I want to have in my life as if they're already here. And that's going to put you in that alignment of abundance and joy and of actually having that thing. It's going to make you even more open to the universe giving that thing to you. This is really important to realize, because if you're focusing on wanting something and the absence of it, you're focusing on the lack of it. And that is not going to get that manifestation to you. So being grateful in the moment and acting as if is going to bring that manifestation to you so much quicker. And after doing all of these things in the morning, I am constantly doing affirmations throughout the day. So whether you're making your coffee, brushing your teeth, taking a shower, working out, whatever you're doing, driving your car, reaffirm yourself these things. So for me, it's YouTube. I wake up every day and say, I have 100,000 YouTube subscribers. I am lean, I am muscular, I am fit, I am healthy. Keep repeating those things to yourself, because that's how you rewire your subconscious, and it helps you to keep from thinking about those negative thoughts, because you're so focused on saying your affirmations, you don't have time to think about those negative things. I started to feel so much better. I thought more positively about myself. I just saw myself differently. So while it might seem silly and it might seem small, because I know I thought it did, I was like, I don't want to say these things, I don't believe this stuff. It is something small that makes a big difference, because over time, the more and more I started doing this and really drilling in these beliefs into my subconscious, I started to show up differently. I carried myself differently. I was able to overcome obstacles that I wouldn't have normally dealt with in the past, because I just was putting these new beliefs into myself. If there's nothing you can take away from this video, at least take this away, is to just say your affirmations. Look yourself in the mirror, look yourself in the eyes. I know it feels silly, but trust me. And tell yourself that you are worthy of those desires. You are whatever it is you want to be. Those are the things you want to tell yourself. And the more and more you do that, you are drilling those beliefs into your subconscious and kicking out those negative ones. And you're so focused on saying those positive affirmations that you don't have time to even think about those negative thoughts that would normally creep themselves in. Your brain has no idea what's real and what's imagined, so it's just gonna take in whatever you feed it. So why not feed it positivity? Now, you can do all of this work in the morning, and I will say that over time it'll get easier, but you're going to still have dips throughout the day, and that's okay. That is completely normal. So what I suggest is you can revisit any of these things that you have already done in the morning. Just carry them into your afternoon. If you want to take a few minutes and write down 3 things you're grateful for because you feel yourself slipping, if you want to do a quick meditation just to reground yourself, even if you have to go lock yourself in a bathroom, go to your car, whatever, if that's what you have to do to reground yourself and bring yourself back into the vibrations and back into center, then go do that. This used to happen to me all the time. I would feel one moment happy and excited and motivated, and the next I would feel defeated and drained. And one of my favorite ways to really recollect myself is to go read a book for a little bit. And I don't mean like a fiction book, I mean like a book about manifestation. One of my favorites is Ask and It Is Given by Abraham Hicks, or I would read a Joe Dispenza book. He has multiple books and I absolutely love his work. He's one of my absolute favorite people to listen to when it comes to this topic. I would take a step back and I would go regroup and do some reading, write down a couple things I'm grateful for, and I usually would feel a lot better after that. And sometimes you are not gonna want to do any of this. You're gonna be grumpy, you are going to feel negative, and it is going to feel so forced to do these things, but after you get through that resistance and make yourself do it, you'll be so proud of yourself and so grateful that you actually pushed through and did whatever practice you needed to do to get regrounded. But just know that it is completely normal to have these dips. It's just a matter of, can you pull yourself out of these? Will you take the accountability to pull yourself out of these dips and bring yourself back up into that good vibration? Now comes our nighttime routine. So at night is another crucial time to open that door to the subconscious mind. One way I love to do this is I love to also practice gratitude at night, and the 5-minute journal has a day section and it has a night section. So I will get into bed and I will fill out the night section, and it's just talking about what 3 things you're grateful for that happened that day, and also writing an affirmation and something that you learned. It helps you to really focus on the positive parts of your day, because I feel like a lot of the times it's so easy to just think about all the stuff that made you upset that day or all the negative things that happened or went wrong, and it drowns out the positive. And then right before I go to bed, I put on a sleep affirmation recording or video. There's a few that I really like. I've been listening to House of Vibrations sleep meditation, and I love it. It's all about affirmations, so I will leave that in the description box below. But these are just really zenful ways to fall asleep. And again, you're in that stage of alpha and theta brainwaves, so your subconscious is very, very vulnerable. So in that moment of time where you're not totally awake and you're not asleep yet, that window is the prime opportunity to turn on one of these sleep meditations, because it's going to get you in a really good zen positive state and start imprinting your subconscious with even more really positive beliefs and affirmations. It's literally training your subconscious while you're asleep. And I notice that whenever I wake up after going to sleep to one of those, I wake up in a much better mood. And there's so many different ones. There's some for money, there's some for love, there's some for self-love, which I highly recommend if you are having struggles with self-love, because that's the core of manifesting, is you have to actually love yourself, which I have a video all about that. I'll link it above. But those are the ones I really enjoy to listen to. Make sure you are doing your gratitude at night and you are putting on sleep affirmations, because I promise it seems small, but it's literally training your subconscious while you're asleep and at that prime stage right before you go to sleep. And you have put yourself in a good mood with gratitude right before then. So it's just a really great way to wrap up your day and kick off going to bed. So that is going to wrap up my daily manifestation routine, covering from morning, afternoon, and night. Remember, it does not have to be all of these steps in your day. You don't have to pick everything from this video and do all of it. Just pick and choose what aligns with you, and if all of it does, then amazing. I'm really glad that it does. It doesn't have to be hours and hours and hours of doing these things. You can do a 5 to 10 minute meditation. You can take 10 minutes to visualize and then do your gratitude for 5 minutes and then do your affirmations throughout the day. And you can do all of that within like 30 minutes. The longer you do it and the more intense you do it, the quicker results you'll have. But like I said, it's really just about what works for you and your daily schedule and what's going to keep you in that highest vibe. Seriously, I appreciate you watching. I hope this video helped you out, and if it did, make sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe down below so that I know. Remember, you've got this. I believe in you, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.